Hare Krishna, Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We continue reading from Caitanya Caritamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 8, text 26. Eka Krishna Name Kare Sarva Papanash, Premyara Karana Bhakti Karena Prakash. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Simply chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra without offenses vanquishes all sinful activities. Thus, pure devotional service, which is the cause of love of Godhead, becomes manifest. I think we started reading this. Yeah, we finished this one. Sorry about that. So we'll read the next one. Let me see. Where did we stop yesterday? My computer has. I don't have it done. Oh. Oh, I haven't posted. Oh, okay. So okay, so we'll read from 27. I'm sorry?
I think we finished. We started 8:23 and we finished a couple of them yesterday. We started from 8:23. I remember that. So maybe we finished 2 or 3 of them.
So we did. Okay, anyway. So, but I remember singing this Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So we'll come to this. Primera Udayhaya, Primera Vikas, Veda Kampa Pulakadi, Gada Gada Shrudhar. When one's transcendental loving service to the Lord is actually awakened, it generates transformation in the body, such as perspiration, trembling, throbbing of the heart, faltering of the voice, and tears in the eyes. So, when sometimes we may experience that out of immense love for a person, our heart becomes so full, we may start crying, we may start trembling, we may have some sort of an emotional reaction. Yeah. So same thing happens when we are when we have awakened our love with Krishna. But the thing is that these are transcendental. These symptoms are manifest in the body, but they're not like ordinary emotions that we may have for each other. These bodily transformations are automatically manifested when one is actually situated in love of God. Means the soul is completely realized. I'm not this body. Completely realized. I have this love for Krishna. The attachment to Krishna is awakened. One should not artificially imitate them. Our disease is desire for that which is material. Even while advancing in spiritual life, we want material acclaim. So our desire for recognition, for fame, for adoration, for worship is very, very deep. It's a very deep-rooted desire. We want people to adore us. We want people to worship us. We want people to say, oh, how great he or she is. So that is our desire. So one must be freed from this disease. Pure devotion must be anya bilasita shunyam, without desire for anything material. So we may artificially try to say, oh yes, I've already developed my love for Krishna. I'm such a great devotee. And so I want people to appreciate me. Or even if other people don't appreciate me, I can see how great I have become. I have become a great devotee of Krishna. Because that is our desire, to feel great. We want to imitate God. We want to feel great. But this is our disease. And so we should not artificially imitate that I have already come to this platform. Advanced devotees manifest many bodily transformations, which are symptoms of ecstasy, but one should not imitate them to achieve cheap adoration from the public. So a really advanced devotee may have these, but Prabhupada would always say, you're feeling emotional, you're feeling like crying. When you're in the kirtan, you leave the temple, go for a walk. No need to make a show in front of anyone. You would say, you go leave the temple, quietly go for a walk. Because people may not understand, people may give us this cheap adoration, which won't be good for us. When one actually attains the advanced stage, the static symptoms will appear automatically. One does not need to imitate them. So we may say, how to become a great devotee means the great devotee has choking of the voice, tears in the eyes, the heart is throbbing, there is sweat, there's trembling. So we can imitate this. We can. And we may say, let me imitate, I'll become. People will say, I'm so great. But that is not the idea. The goal is to develop our love of Krishna. People may adore us, yes, but what's the point if we've not yet awakened our love of Krishna? The goal of life is prema pumartho mahan. So then we will just get cheap adoration. Yes, people will worship us. Yes, we will get cheap adoration. But what happens to us in the next life then? Still, we will find ourselves in the material world. Still, we will find ourselves separated from Krishna. Anayase bhavashaya krishnera sevana eka Krishna nameda phalapai etadhana. As a result of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one makes such great advancement in spiritual life that simultaneously his material existence terminates and he receives love of Godhead. The holy name of Krishna is so powerful that by chanting even one name, one very easily achieves these transcendental riches. So what is the result of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Why shall we engage almost 2 hours of our every day? Why? Because Hare Krishna Mahamantra gives us liberation. Simultaneously, his material existence terminates. What does it mean, material existence terminates? Means liberation. And not only liberation, the highest, most valuable goal of life, that is love of Godhead. Love of Godhead. That is, or love of Krishna is there in each and everyone's heart. We have simply forgotten it. That's our true position. We simply have to revive it, and it can be easily revived by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Now, it is said that the holy name of Krishna is so powerful that by chanting even one name, one very easily achieves these transcendental riches. Then we will say, I've been chanting so many years. I've been chanting so many rounds, but I'm still not liberated. I still have so many material desires. I still didn't revive my love of God. But we have to see the quality of chanting. This is offenseless chanting. When we are actually chanting the holy name. So then what shall we do? We practice, and we will come there. We will come there. We may not be there as yet, but we are work in progress. Work in progress. Hena Krishna Nama Yadi Laya Bahubar Prabhu Yadi Prema Nahe Ashrudha Tabe Jani Aparadha Tahate Prachura Krishna Nama Vijata He Nakare Ankura. If one chants the exalted holy name of the Lord again and again, and yet his love for the Supreme Lord does not develop and tears do not appear in his eyes, it is evident that because of his offenses in chanting, the seed of the holy name of Krishna does not sprout. If one chants the Hare Krishna mantra offensively, one does not achieve the desired result. Therefore, one should carefully avoid the offenses which have already been described in connection with verse 24. So we should at least attempt to chant without offenses. We should at least attempt to show Krishna that, yes, Krishna, I'm here. I want to revive my eternal loving relationship with you. I have a relationship with you and I want to be situated in that relationship. I'm not there yet, but I want to be there. So we can attempt at least to chant offenselessly. It's like when we have done something wrong to someone that we care about, and then what do? We try to show them that, oh, I'm sorry I did this, I will not do it again, I really value our relationship. And it could be any relationship. And then, oh, I really value this relationship, so we may try to do things to please that person. Similarly, we have an eternal loving relationship with Krishna. So we need to show him that we really want to be in our relationship with him. We can, so right now we may not be at that position, but what to do? We just chant Hare Krishna. Whatever it is, I may be in that position, I may not be in that position, whatever it is, we chant Hare Krishna. Why? Because that is the Yuga Dharma. When we are sick, the doctor tells us, you take the medicine, and we take it. And then we get cured. We don't ask too much in detail, at least most of us. Oh, how it's going to react, which chemical will it react in, what's going to happen, the doctor says, you take this, you'll be cured. So we have been given this medicine. Chant the holy name, chant the Hare Krishna mantra, and you'll be cured of the material disease. So we can take it as that. Also, if we don't have any other desire, but we should try to cultivate some desire to go back home, back to Godhead. I have the desire, I want to go back home, back to Krishna. And we may not have that. Then what to do? Oh, I don't have that desire, but it would be so good to have that desire. That's also a good desire, because Krishna is in our heart and he helps us. Is that okay? So we'll stop here for today. Thank you so much for listening in and joining in. Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Shilpa Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.